All right, guys, so it's time. It's Benny the Butcher time, and who? Our homie Black Thought.
We don't even need to say nothing.
Black Thought, man.
Need to say nothing.
This should be hot right here. It may be hope for us yet, man. Hip hop, there's hope.
Benny the Butcher's been, yeah, seriously. Benny the Butcher, he's been getting a lot of love.
Yeah,
Him,
man.
Griselda, the whole squad over there, Griselda, Conway, Westside Gun. You know, like we said on the I forgot which video it was, but like, we were kind of telling you guys, like, come on, man. We know what's going on with these dudes. We've heard some songs. 97 Hove is one of my favorites from him as well, from Benny the Butcher. We have not heard this project. It's crazy. This and the Bandana. Big Crit is out now. We just haven't gotten to. I've heard a couple songs off of Bandana from what I've heard off that project. That's incredible. We heard 18 Willer off of this. And what was the other one that we were listening to? I think it was Sunday School. I think Sunday School,
yep.
18 Wheeler and Sunday School was hard. So we're hearing like little songs, pieces of albums, but it's just tough for us to sit down in between our schedules and what we have going on in life and really just, sit down and just absorb full projects. But we're going to get to everything eventually. We're going to get to it, at least on our own time. But we at least wanted to touch this album because you guys were saying you got to hear this song. This is the biggest request off of the Benny the Butcher project, man. Off the plugs I met. So we got to do this one. And this is probably the one we would have, we're probably going to
end up doing anyway.
Exactly. We probably would have did this anyway because it's got Black Thought on it. Let's get into it. Benny the Butcher, Crowns for Kings, featuring Black Thought. They always got crazy beats too. It's almost sound like Al Green sample.
Every king will be crowned.
This shit sound like a
Trust me.
This is some Wu shit to me. This sound like Wu-Tang. Like
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And you said Al Green. I'm
But
sure it's
like
probably
an
sampling Al Green.
type of sample, man. You know what I mean? Check out some Al Green, guys. Go back in time, man. Al Green, dude.
Al Green's
bless you.
incredible.
He was before his
Thank you.
time, though, man.
He
Al
was
Green,
amazing.
yeah, he has some cuts, boy. Woo, don't even get me started. I'm showing my age a little bit.
I know Ghostface to me would sound amazing on a track. Like this is a Ghostface-esque song to me, or Wu-Tang. Something from that Camp Raekwon. You know what I mean? That's what this gives me the feeling of. And I think that's one of the reasons why Griselda, Westside Gun, and all these guys, they have such a buzz, man. Their production, that sound is reminiscent of a sound that sort of has become lost in rap. You know what I mean? So let's keep it going. But I love the production. Shout out to DJ Shay on a production.
Yes, sir.
Every king will be crowned. Trust me.
Even Capadonna, shit Capadonna, anything from
This marathon shit, so let's see who first to the finish. If it's less than 100 racks, it don't deserve your attention, cause burdens come with it. My second test was serving a sentence. My first was make a brick jump like it was hurdling fences. Certainly, my last shit was a courtesy, nigga. And further, we had bust downs before you heard of me, nigga. Shoe boxes stacked with racks sitting vertically in them. I'm fresh out of luck, I'm here cause I deserve to be, nigga. I sat back a vet and watched beginners winning my belts. Burnt my bridges, came back a good swimmer like Phelps. You know the feeling, young black male with y'all dealing. Take your whole life to get it, it only lasts you a minute. In the kitchen counting cash with cats with backward agendas. Putting things in the break, then toss it back in the blender. That was us. Next to
sorry. Hold up. He's going in.
He went in. He said, I'm fresh out of luck because I deserve to be here, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I'm fresh out of luck. Ain't no luck.
This ain't lucky, right? I sat back a vet. Watch beginners winning my belts, burned my bridges, came back a good swimmer like Phelps.
That was tough.
That was hard right there, right? That was hard as fuck, man.
So even though I burned my bridges, I was still able. Burning my bridges, meaning when you burn your bridges, you ruin relationships along the way, right along your journey. So even though I may have ruined some relationships, things didn't work out with people in my past. I swam. Fuck it. I don't need the bridge. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the road less try. I'll take the hard way, and I'm still gonna make it to my destination. So
and kill
crazy.
it like Phelps. So
like
not only did I take the long
Phelps.
road, right? I took the long way around to come back.
Yeah.
And I killed it still.
That was beautiful.
Killed
Beautifully written. And I like up top because he started off by saying this marathon shit. Let's see who first to the finish, right? So, and then he said, I sat back and watched these beginners winning my belts, right?
Yeah.
My belts as in titles, but getting my accolades and getting my shine and achieving the amount of success that I feel like I should be, because I'm better than these dudes.
Yep.
And beginners, novices, doing what I should be doing, right? So the feeling that I'm getting based off of this but this verse by Benny the Butcher, man, is that he knows that he's the underdog.
Yeah.
He knows where the industry is.
Absolutely,
he knows
man.
the buffoonery that's going on. So this type of rap is more underground, right? And it's a harder road to the top. It speaks to his resilience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because this is a marathon, right? So love how he started that off. Some really good lines. We can't hit every single line, guys, but he's going in. Let's keep it going.
Whole life to get it only lasts you a minute. In the kitchen counting cash with cats with backward agendas. Put a Benz in a break, then toss it back in the blender. That was us. Next to a big like I was Puff, the good die young. All the OGs 30 and up. And Alexander McQueen kicks just to dirty him up. Money tree branches break when they not sturdy enough. See, I was good with the bad guy roll. Water in my jewels, put them on and baptize hoes. Walk in my shoes, we got shack size souls. With flatline nose, whack rap niggas wearing half size clothes. What's the dilly? I'm only about 6 hours from Philly. That's an hour on the plane, I make it 3 in the Bentley. My bitch keeps saying I'm famous, but it ain't hit me. I'm too ghetto, mellowed out. This Hollywood shit tricky. See, before I knew an A&R, I was weighing hard back when Nicki Minaj was in a training bra. You play this game, you better play it hard. The judge give you life, and later that day, he gon' be playing golf. I'm from the era we don't pay it if you waited wrong. Back when your parents got your baby shoes plated bronze. We
This dude
took
snapping,
hip hop and made it all.
He's snapping.
He's killing this, dude.
He's snapping on his verse, man. What? Back when what'd he say? When your parents got your baby shoes plated bronze, man. Y'all don't know about that, bro.
He said the judge would give you life, and later that day he'd be playing golf. Like, I don't give a fuck. I will give you life. I will end your life. You know what I mean? And what's for lunch? Let's
Yep.
go play golf. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Won't give it an afterthought.
Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy.
I like this verse, man, because what he's giving you is his story. He's giving you his grind before and after this rap shit, and during, right?
Yep.
Because he's still not where he wants to be.
Exactly.
I like the good die young. All the OGs are sturdy and up, right? So this is all playing into that sort of environment that he's from. It's playing into his lifestyle. The good die young. All the OGs is 30 and up. You're an OG at the age of 30. You're the old guy in the hood, right? You're the dude that's supposed to be the guy with the wisdom, right? The elder statesman of the hood, and you're only 30 years old. What does that say?
What does that say? Exactly. That says that people are dying.
They die young.
Very, very young. Very, very young. Right? Because the OGs used to be 50, and up. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's the OG. You know what I'm saying? He's got wisdom beyond his years, and we can't even make it to get wisdom beyond our years at this point. That's what that's saying to me.
There you go. I think that whole thing of what he's saying, man, there's just so much wisdom. There's like that street wisdom that comes from experience and going through it within that world. You know what I'm saying? That he has in here that I think is just super dope. So we're going to finish it up, man.
Dude, there's a lot of other lines in there that I like, but this is going to be too long.
It's a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The rappers wearing half-size clothes line in there. That's crazy.
The Benz in the brick, then toss it in the blender.
Like, we can keep going, man. But let's keep it going, but he's going in.
Back when your parents got your baby shoes plated bronze. We took hip hop and made it off. I sold quarters, just so happened I'm the author of your favorite songs. They bullshitted me, I played along. More balls than them niggas who got hit with the Reagan laws. Let's go.
Reagan law shit.
Yeah, this sample is hard, though.
I love the horn in it.
Yo, when we was hooked in the hood, getting booked like literature kept us shook. Like when the boogeyman come in to get you, we was crooks. Trying to cop more rides and great adventure. Any image we took, not a father was in the picture. There was times, not a bite nor swallow was in the kitchen. Real niggas made an industry out of their intuition, facing the darkest outcome. Sprinting to outrun the reaper, trying not to be the food in the mouth for the beast, for whom the bell tolls. Crown kings in Adidas suits and shell toes. We had to throw a lot of body blows and elbows. Wishing we could get from Snyder Ave to Melrose without the dapper damn body bags and jail clothes that warn niggas not to lollygag with hell rolls. We railroaded.
God. No breaks. Any image we took, not a father was in the picture. Any image we took, not a father was in the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Slick.
Image, picture, but his father wasn't there. Dope, right? There was times not a bite nor a swallow was in the kitchen. He's all real niggas made an industry out of their intuition.
That shit is ridiculous.
I love
so
the
real.
way he said that, right? Because, man, it kind of comes back to, guys, when I grew up, man, in Chicago, man, Southside Chicago, man, we didn't have a lot, man. And that really hits home for me because, dude, I remember, man, not to go too far off topic, but I remember, man, my mother didn't have anything to eat. and she would make sure that I would eat. And I'd be like, Maya, I know you hungry. You know what I'm saying? And she'd be like, no, I ate earlier. But she didn't eat earlier. But she wanted to make sure that I had something to eat, man. And when he said that, not a bite or a swallow in the kitchen, we made an industry out of our intuition. So we had all these great ideas and things that made the culture of rap and hip hop and urban community special. We made an industry. We made a career out of shit that we thought. We never thought that could be possible.
We never thought.
Yeah,
it was just it was organic.
Beautiful.
It was organic. Hip hop literally comes from the streets. Like, I don't think people give hip hop. I'm gonna do a sidebar here. I don't think hip hop gets enough credit for being extremely American.
Yeah, that's true.
What is more American than hip hop? Not only is it sort of all of our pioneers are from America, right? It's the American dream.
Yep.
It's something from nothing to something. An industry out of your intuition. Preach. What is intuition? Like, it's organic, right? It comes from these are just natural things that young urban black youth did. Just natural things. Dancing, having a good time, partying, taking DJ records, taking old samples, scratching them up and creating something new and interesting just to have a different party. The DJ being the person that runs things and the MC just sort of there to be the sidekick to the DJ. That all happened organically.
Yes, sir.
So when he says real niggas made an industry out of their intuition, that hits home.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? Black Thought is incredible, man.
Crown Kings in Adidas suits and shell toes. We had to throw a lot of body blows and elbows. Wishing we could get from Snyder Ave to Melrose without the Dapper Dan body bags and jail clothes that warn niggas not to lollygag when hell rose. We railroaded through the thick of things for gold chains and chicken chains. Knowing throwing flames is growing pains. When in the game, in the blow, ashes in the snow. It's no remains. Push the wheel as fast as it could go. We overcame the obstacles, but when you official, the block miss you. Even if the old crew choose not to rock with you, we was blue-black, stuck in the glue trap. I had to pull my own self up by the bootstrap, where everybody play their own part like a tooth gap. And old heads teach the young hitters to shoot back. I've been living proof that the pressure make precious stones, and real Clarence savants remain lesser known. But anybody who questions,
you just can't. It's impossible. It's impossible to listen to this and not stop it. It's impossible.
And this loop that's playing in the background, man, it's such a soulful loop.
Yes.
It's such a reflective type of loop, right? It's just the perfect backdrop for a verse like this. And I like this line right here when he said, I've been living proof that pressure makes precious stones, right? So what does that mean? You know, pressure creates diamonds is what he's saying. Precious stones. Right? The pressure but the pressure, of course, of coming up in a very sort of tumultuous environment, right? Is what he's saying. But he's saying in real clairvoyant savants remain lesser known. I love that because I feel like that's true. Even though Black Thought is gotten, he gets a lot of love from the core of the community. On a grand scale, there's a lot of people that have never heard of Black Thought song. There's a lot of people that listen to hip hop that don't know anything about Black Thought and the roots and what they've done. And he's calling himself a clairvoyant savant, sort of an intellectual, right? Clairvoyant, someone who has, it's like extrasensory, right? This sort of deeper understanding of the game, the world, his surroundings. So when he says that, that just really hit me, man, because I think that truly applies to him and many other dudes that we can name. All right, let's finish it up, guys, and we're gonna go back and touch some of those other lines that really grabbed us, man, because he's just had so much in there.
I've been living proof that the pressure make precious stones, and real Clarence savants remain lesser known. But anybody who question you, send a message to him. I see my seat at the table to be a blessed throne. Triumph in tragedy, his majesty muscle never atrophy. The devil is a casualty sucker. You never capture me, even though you've been after me, motherfucker. You gotta bring an army to harm me. I occupy the capacity of decapitator of a hater in this modern day. My dossier no less than l'esprit Cavassier. I'm Jean-Paul Gaultier, Tom Ford and Cartier self-made. I fly vintage from the sommelier of reserve, flowing from the blackest fountain. It's all love from public housing to the Atlas Mountains. I've established the average to always bat 1,000. So after butchering this track, it's back to counting the money generated from me leaving microphones broke. Probably almost on par with all of Escobar's coat. When I'm finished, I'ma keep a tennis shoe on your throat, just in case you mention in an interview you want smoke, nigga. Truth for chain.
We could touch on so many things that he said here, man. When he said the Dapper Dan body bags line was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, after the intuition line, he said facing the darkest outcome, sprinting to outrun the reaper, trying not to be the food in the mouth of the beast, for whom the bell tolls, which is everybody.
Yep.
Crown Kings, Crown Kings, right? Hence the
Yep.
name of the song.
Yep.
And Adidas shoots and shell toes. We had to throw a lot of body blows and elbows. We can get from Snyder Ave to Melrose without the Dapper Dan body bags and jail clothes. What? So when he says try not to be the food in the mouth of the beast, when you think of the sort of the phrase the belly of the beast, that means you're in
hell.
You're in an area, you're in a dangerous sort of environment, right? You're in hell. You're in a dangerous set of circumstances, right? That's your environment. So I'm trying not to get swallowed up. I'm
Just
trying
going
not
from
to
one street to the next.
Right. Going from one part of the city to the next part of the city. I'm just trying to survive without being in a body bag is what he's saying. Then he says Dapper Dan, who's a famous designer in Harlem, who's known. These are sort of cultural familiarities that he is sort of talking about in here that adds to the legitimacy of what he's saying.
Yeah.
And you just have to kind of be from it to really get a full scope of what he's talking about and the significance of what he's talking about.
Yep.
Then he says Crown Kings and Adidas suits and shell toes. These are kings, you know what I'm saying? And our kings, the kings that come from these environments, right? These resilient kings happen to wear Adidas suits and shell toes. It represents the urban guy, the urban kings, right?
Benny the Butcher and Black Thought totally did their thing on this, man. But one thing I want to touch on, couple lines here. I had to pull my own self up by the bootstrap. I thought that was a hard line.
Yep.
I had to really focus on my own progression and within the bullshit of the community. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Triumph and tragedy. His Majesty, muscle never atrophied. I thought
incredible.
that was hard. I will always be strong, right? Kind of a Game of Thrones type
Right.
of
Never weakened.
reference there.
Never weakened.
I love the song, man. I thought they both gentlemen did their thing.
Great verses from both gentlemen. They both did their thing, man. This is one of the better songs we've heard this year. This is up there. And
Yeah,
that's
man.
it. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. This is Ryan, Lost in Vegas.
We out.
We out.